Hi everybody. Welcome to day 2 of our 12 days of Christmas. It's Thursday night. It's a little later than I usually like to go and do my tutorials, but just had a lot of things going on and just kind of running a little late tonight. But we are going to do a fun project. I actually bought 2 of these, one to make and sell and one I'm going to keep in my house. I'm doing what I'm calling my guest bathroom, but the bathroom my little guys use all the time. I'm surprising them, and I've done it, converted it over to a Grinch theme. So I've got the shower curtain, the curtains, the rugs, the decorations. So I'm going to use this sign. Santa stops here. We're going to bling it out. We're going to make it really fancy at the bottom. It lights up. So I'm going to put this in the Grinchy bathroom. So I'm going to use a lot of what I'm going to call more of the Grinch colors, the lime greens, the reds. I am going to throw some candy peppermints in there just because of the red and white striped pole here, and then I'm going to use one of my ribbons. It's going to be red and white. So we're going to have some fun doing this one. I was going to do a little bit bigger project, but since I got home so late, I'm going to save it and do it probably tomorrow. So this will be fun. It's not hard to do. So let's go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Styrofoam like I always do. I'm going to have to turn this a little bit and then I'll turn it back around, guys. Put your hot glue all over the bottom and just stick it down there. Try not to burn your fingers. So I'm just putting that right there in front. We're going to press it down a little bit. Okay, that is nice and tight. Okay, the first 2 things I'm going to do is I'm going to add these 2 big pieces of candy. So I'm going to put one in front and maybe one going in back. And I'm going to cut them down just a little bit. Try to cut your stems at an angle. My little clippers aren't working very well. I got to go get some new ones. And I've had these for so long, it kind of makes me sad. I got to turn them in for a newer version. Okay, let's dip this in some hot glue. And I'm going to take that and kind of go at an angle. Just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing with this one, but on the other side. And I'm going to clip that at an angle. So now we've got both pieces in. Okay, I'm going to add some greenery and cover up the mechanics of our Styrofoam. So I've just grabbed some greenery with some white flocking on it, and we're going to cut these down real quick. And I'm going to cut this probably in 3 or 4 pieces. Actually 4 in a little piece. And I'm just going to start gluing these in. I'm going to leave the front open, kind of up here on the top, because that's where we're going to put a bow. So I'm just going to kind of keep adding around. And we could have covered it in moss, but I don't have any green and I didn't really want to use the brown. So we're going to cover it all with our greenery. take that just a little bit higher. And you can use any greenery you want, guys, to cover it up. The boys love the Grinch, so they're going to be so excited when they see their bathroom all done up. Okay, I'm leaving my hole in the front for my bow. Excuse me, that flocking just, gets to me. Okay, so we have it nice and full. Now, I'll still add some more pieces, but we're going to use some different greenery besides just this flocking one. But I'm going to go ahead and make a quick bow. Let's see. I'm going to use this one starting out. This ribbon came from Craft Outlet. Excuse me. I did a Grinch tree on an install, and I used a bunch of this ribbon. So we're just going to pinch it and then take our loop down and back up, pinch it and twist it, and then go up and back down. So I hope you guys are practicing your bows. And I'm not going to make a very big bow. Yeah, should be that right. And then I'm going to do the red and white like candy cane stripe. Just going to lay it right here on top and do the exact same thing. Whoops. Bring my ribbon down and back up and pinch it, twist it, bring it around. There we go. I got that green twisted there. So there are the two ribbons together, and then I'm going to do a solid green. And it's got the shimmery and a little bit of glitter to it. And just going to do a quick loop and pinch it. And down and back up. Okay, I'm going to zip tie this. Okay, before I pull it tight, I'm going to take a floral pin. I'm going to take our floral pin and I'm going to feed it underneath like I usually do with a second zip tie, except this time I'm going to use a floral pin because I'm going to use that floral pin to go through the styrofoam to attach our bow here. So you can see, hopefully, the floral pin right there. It's stuck through my zip tie. So I'm just going to dip a little bit so I bend up my loops So I'm holding it like this, and I'm just going to dip it in my hot glue. Now, if you were using a hot glue gun, you could do the exact same thing. And then I'm going to stick it in the styrofoam, nice and tight. I'm going to hold that there for a minute. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another floral pin and I'm going to stick it through one of the ribbon loops in the back to give it some more stability. So take that straight on down. Try not to burn yourself. And let's fluff out our bow a little bit. That's got the bow in it. So let's trim up some of our tails. Designs like these are so fun because you just kind of make them as full as you want, whatever design you want. A little bit shorter. Okay, I'm going to pull it all up a little higher here. Okay guys, look how cute that looks. Okay, let's get our ribbon out of the way. Between doing my tutorials for the 12-day and custom orders and filling orders, my studio has got out of control for me. Okay, I'm going to add some of this white like fern. I'm going to cut it up because now we're just going to start giving it some different looks to it, some different textures. Bring out that whimsical. And I'm probably going to have to pick these. It puts a pick on the end, and that's with my steel pick machine. And you can get them at like Hobby Lobby, Amazon. Oops. Get down in there in the styrofoam. If you do a lot of florals, I can tell you it's well worth the money. It's probably one of the more expensive tools that you'll have for your business in designing wreaths. If you do a lot of, I do a lot of grapevines, a lot of things like this where I use my pick machine. I try not to use it if all possible. It just adds another dimension that you've got to buy supplies for and things like that. But there are times you can't help it because the end of your stems aren't strong enough to go through the styrofoam. I very seldom use it on a grapevine. A, typically the stuff will go through the grapevine, and B, I always worry if that steel pick comes through the grapevine. If I miss it, I don't want to scratch somebody's door. Heaven forbid, poke them and cut them because they are sharp. Okay guys, see how I just put that white through there? I'm going to put a couple more pieces of that. These came from Hobby Lobby. The candy came from Hobby Lobby. The first ribbon I said was from Craft Outlet. The red and white candy stripe ribbon came from Craft Outlet. And this green, I think, came from Hobby Lobby or Michael's last year. It came from Hobby Lobby. But I didn't buy it this year, so I know it had to be at least last year's. I am putting a few little pieces in the back here just because I don't think it's going to show, but I just kind of want to have it finished out. Now for the second one I'm going to do and sell it, I'll for sure finish the back. But I am going to stick a few pieces in here. I hope that's my board that's uneven and not my sign thing here. Okay, so we got the white in. So now I want to add, I think I want to add some of these packages. And I also got these at Hobby Lobby. And I'm going to cut them apart. Or maybe I'll leave these two together. All of the things that I got at Hobby Lobby were all half off, which makes it nice. Now I'm adding a pick to this because I want to add some length to it. So cute. Look how cute it's looking with the packages in it. I put two over there. Whoops. Now, probably what I'll do on the second one is I didn't put any of my styrofoam here on the back side. For the second one that I'm going to do, I think I'm going to put styrofoam on the back because it's going to be easier when I go to fill this in to have the styrofoam back here versus going through the side of the design. Let's see, what did I do with those? There they are. I'm going to put one kind of down in between my ribbon. And then I'm going to put this last one, I think, back on the back side here. That's what it looks like so far. And then I have some of these picks that are the red and the green. But I think I'm just going to add a couple just to give it a kind of that Grinchy, wild little look to it. These also came from Hobby Lobby. A lot of their stuff was sold out. So we're just kind of giving it a little bit of a wilder, fun look to it. It's got a lot of movement. We can bend these a little bit. Make these a little bigger. I think what I'm going to do real quick, I'm going to add a piece of styrofoam back here to the back. Sorry for that noise. I hate that noise. I'm going to scooch that right up underneath there. Yeah, much better. And now I'll cover that styrofoam. Gosh, this is so cute. And I'm just going to take a few more pieces of greenery here. And this fun guy will be done. So I'm just using this greenery that's kind of like a fern as a filler. So it's mainly going around the bottom side of it. And I know you guys can't see the underneath part that I see, but I want to make sure and have it all filled in. Okay, just a couple more pieces and we'll have this design done. Day 2 will be done. Some of you have sent me some ideas of what you'd like me to see if I can do. So I'm checking some stuff out, looking for some product for some of it. So if you've got an idea or something you want to see, send me a note. My table right here next to me is completely full of figurines, reindeer, snowmen, nutcrackers. And I'm just filling in the bottom real quick. Okay, that is good enough because this one, since it's just staying at my house, I know where it's going to go. But the one that I'm going to do, the second one to sell, I'll make sure that everything is filled in all the way around, all the way down to the bottom. But I do want another piece of white down here in the middle. This would be cute on a front porch, next to your Christmas tree, all kinds of places. I looked for a mailbox, a Santa Claus mailbox or letters to Santa to design, but they were all sold out. I should have bought it earlier. I had the 12 Days of Christmas all lined out, but then I wasn't thinking I needed 24 because I wanted to do 12 for you guys in the subscription group. Okay, we are done. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way real fast and kind of clean it up so you can see it. Whew, the studio's a mess. And I don't deal with messes at all. Okay, so I'm going to scoot it back here. And this is what it's going to look like. So I will hold it up to you guys closer so you can see all the pretty stuff. And I finished it in the back going all the way around. The Santa Stop Here sign or stand, I think was like $15 on sale. I threw away the tag, but I'm pretty sure it was around $15. And then we just did the styrofoam pieces front, and then I added that one in back. So for the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and put one in front and one in back. And then we did the big lollipops there. We did the greenery all along the base, put in our picks, made our bow, and then just kind of filled in. Use some of the white to kind of break it up. But you could use, like I also had some of these balls we could have put in. You could put bells in it. You could do whatever you wanted to in it. You could have done it all in candy cane and did candy canes coming out of it. So your designing of it is basically kind of endless. You could really put anything in here that you wanted. So guys, that is day 2 of the 12 Days of Christmas. I hope you guys enjoy it. I kind of hope some of you go out and get it and design one. And if you do, send me a picture. I'd love to see, some of the designs that you guys make after seeing some of the designs that I make. And once again, if you have any things that you want me to make, just send me a note or just add it to the comments in the video, and I will be happy to see what I can do. So enjoy the rest of your evening. There's probably that much of it left, but enjoy it, and I'll be back tomorrow. Take care. Bye-bye.